Warren East about ready to open up the Beaver Dam Hall of Fame Classic in a great matchup between these two programs. Grayson County entering with a record of 3-4, Warren East entering with a record of 4-3, so it's inverse matchups between these two teams. Coming up on our locker room show, it's going to be a bridge. The game before ran long, so we're going to have to speed up. We're going to run down, introduce you to both teams, talk to the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, and have a little bit more after this. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
I'm William Shatner. I've been around a long time, but I'm truly humbled when I see the real battles our brave, paralyzed veterans have faced defending our freedom.
I was on a routine patrol, and we were in the desert of Kuwait, and the vehicle flipped and landed on top of me, which left me paralyzed from the waist down.
Okay, folks, this is heroism. That's why I'm proud to support Paralyzed Veterans of America. Go to pva.org to learn how you can make a difference.
My brother was wounded in Mosul, Iraq in 2005 during a combat mission. The injuries he suffered that day are still with him. He has partial vision and hearing loss. He has a traumatic brain injury, and probably most severe is his post-traumatic stress. But the bomb that blew him up, it really kind of blew up my life right along with it. Caregiving was new and scary. I was really isolated and on my own, and I didn't reach out. And that ultimately led me to a point in my life where I contemplated suicide. One of the resources that we had known about after my brother was wounded was Wounded Warrior Project. And once we discovered that Wounded Warrior Project not only had programs for my brother, but they had them for me and my son as well, we really began engaging with other families, and it turns out there's a lot of them who are just like ours.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back to Ohio County High School, where the Grayson County Cougars and the Warren East Raiders are about ready to get set up and play some basketball. It's the first time these two teams have played in 7 years. So he's back on the 15th of December at Grayson County High School, and it was a great game. The Raiders picked up the 65-64 win. It's the 31st all-time matchup between the Cougars and the Raiders. The players you need to know for both teams today. For Warren East, it starts with a really talented player, Isaiah Andrews, just averaging a casual 29.3 points per game and 9.6 rebounds. Just casual numbers. There's nothing. No, I mean, that's incredible. And then, you look at it, he's shooting over 52% from the field as well. He scored his 1,000th career point earlier this season against Davis County. He is a phenomenal player, just really good. A player that you might remember from Owensboro Catholic, Kajarius Barber, has transferred back to Warren East. He's 6'5", 305. He is a big dude in the middle. He averages just under 5 points a game, but he's a great rebounder as well, and rebounding is the biggest thing for this Warren East team. For Grayson County, River Blanton, speaking of rebounding, he had his 500th career rebound against Adair County last time. Grayson County snapped that 4-game losing streak with a 64-57 win against Adair. River Blanton averaging just under 16 points a game, but it was Jack Logston who had the highest point total. He had 25 points against Adair. That was a new career high for the 8th grader. For Grayson County, I mean, the key has been this season, and it's really been the key for the entire Travis Johnson era. When they score 60 points, they win. It's that simple. It's not rocket science. Under Travis Johnson, when the Cougars score 60, 33-2, with both of those losses coming in overtime. It's not rocket science. When you score the basketball, you win, and that's what the Cougars are going to have to do, but they're also really going to have to find a way to slow down the Eagles on rebounding. Grayson County and at Ohio County against Warren East comes up here soon. We'll take a break, talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Travis Johnston, after this. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
My mom was caught doing drugs, and they said this is not where children are supposed to be. So they removed me and my siblings and put us into foster care.
Brianna spent 9 years in foster care before being adopted with help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
After I was adopted, I felt very safe. I definitely see myself going in the right direction.
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care like Brianna who need a family now. You can help us find them the safe, permanent homes they deserve. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
A tree
can be unifying, inviting diverse communities to gather over common roots. A tree can be innovative, effortlessly pulling carbon from the air. A tree can be noble, actively nurturing life in an uncertain world. The Arbor Day Foundation has been planting trees for 50 years, in every season and soil, every climate and corner of the earth. A tree can be transformational, helping us turn local action into global impact. That's why now is the time for trees. Lots of trees. Let's tell the world everything a tree can be. Because a tree can be a solution. Let's put millions of solutions in the ground, together.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service.
Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley joined by the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, head coach Travis Johnston. Coach, that Adair County game, you got back to crossing that 60-point mark. What worked offensively?
Of course, it helped that they pressed a little bit because we actually are pretty good against pressure. And we got the guards, Braden and Caden, to break it down. And then you got Dylan and River, who's really good in the middle. And you got finishers with the other one on the back. And shooters with Jack and Landon. So we have a good lineup to go against pressure, and so that kind of worked in our favor. But I did feel like that we ran what we needed to run and got the ball where we needed to get to. And then we had a few guys make some plays. Landon made some plays. Braden had 8. He made some plays. And then, of course, Jack shot the ball well, and that always helps.
River in that game picked up his 500th career rebound. What kind of accomplishment is that?
Really good, considering he played at about 60% for half of his freshman year, so it's really in 3 years, and it's really good. And he'll, knock on wood, he should get his 1,000th point this year, and he's going to go, when it's all said and done, having a really nice career here. And the crazy thing about it is he's still only 17 years old right now. Turns 18, I think, either this week or next week, and he didn't get to play half his freshman year. So to get those numbers while all that going on is pretty special.
Holiday tournaments are a little bit different. You've got 3 games in 3 days this week and next week. Last year, though, I would say that's probably when your team played their best basketball. They went 5-2 in the 7 games that they played, and 2 teams you lost to, a good LaRue County team and a Pulaski County team that, again, I still have nightmares, and I'm sure you're the same way. Do you think your team likes that?
Yeah, I'll tell you, the first thing they like is we don't have to practice. We're not the greatest practice team, and we get lackadaisical a little bit. So now you just come in, and especially those seniors, River, Dylan, and Braden, it's just kind of we've been here, done that. Let us just go play and tell us what to do when we get out there, and which is good to have in a way. But we definitely need to utilize our depth this Christmas tournament, and we're going to need some guys on the bench step up too.
I'm not sure if one of your players heard it, but right when you mentioned that they don't have to practice, one player was hitting the gritty behind you there. I'm not sure if you saw that, so I'm not sure if that was connected or not, or just
makes sense. That makes sense.
Tonight, Warren East has, maybe the best player you've gone up against all year, and that's a high standard because you've gone up against some really good guys in Andrews. Is he one of those guys, though, that you just have to let him get his 30 and shut everyone else down?
In a way, he's going to get his. He posts a little more than I thought he was going to when we first had him on the schedule, and he kind of likes to play volleyball with it. If he misses it, he's going after it, and he's got a pretty good chance, being 6'6", long arms, that he gets the rebound. So we have to keep him off the glass is the biggest thing because he's averaging 10 or 11 a game, and then we can't let the other guys who aren't necessarily shooters or scorers get offensive rebound putbacks.
How do you pick up the win?
Rebound. Rebound is the biggest key. We have a keys to winning thing, and I put it on there 2 or 3 times. And if you limit them to one shot and you keep their their big guys, Barber and Parsley and Duncan and Andrews off the glass, then you're going to really frustrate them because that's where they live at.
Coach, good luck. Well, more here coming up in the locker room show after this.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how's sketches, mate? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutVaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. As first off, we'll do for Warren East. It'll be Caden Murrow, Connor Doyle, Isaiah Andrews, Dane Parsley, and Kajarius Barber. Now the starting lineup for Grayson County. It'll be Braden Childress, Landon Haycraft, River Blanton, Jack Logston, and Dylan Horn. Once more that lineup for Grayson. Childress, Haycraft, Blanton, Logston, Horn. The head coaching matchup, Travis Johnston for Grayson, Kyle Benge for Warren East. All the play-by-play is next here on K105.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their Feel Better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember,
Your Feel Better starts here.
At Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County Schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Welcome to Ohio County High School for this afternoon's coverage of the Grayson County Cougars against the Warren East Raiders. Warren East with a record of 4-3. Grayson County with a record of 3-4. We'll bring you the starting lineups one more time and have all of the play-by-play after this. This is Grayson County Cougar basketball on K105.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Welcome back here to Grayson County against Warren East from Ohio County High School. Sam Gormley with you. The starting lineups for Warren East. It'll be Caden Merle. He's averaging 8 points a game. Connor Doyle averaging 5.7. Isaiah Andrews averaging 29.3. Dane Parsley at 3.6. And Kajarius Barber at just under 5 a game. For Grayson County, it's Braden Childress at 7.4. Landon Haycraft at just under 3. River Blanton at just under 16. Jack Logston at 12. And Dylan Horn at 3.4. As it's time for basketball in Hartford, Grayson County and Warren East here in the opening game for both of these teams and the Beaver Dam Hall of Fame Classic. Tommy Burris, the official to tip, as it'll be Isaiah Andrews for Warren East to go up against River Blanton for Grayson County. The whistle is blown, and we are underway from Ohio County High School as the opening tip is controlled by the Raiders of Warren East, who will be working from left to right on your radio dial, wearing gray jerseys, gold trim, blue numerals. Down the right side goes Merle, kicks it off to the left wing. Warren East with a record of 4-3. They've lost back-to-back games. Again, overtime to Glasgow and then to Franklin Simpson over the weekend. Warren East will face Breckenridge County and Ohio County as well in this tournament. Inside the free throw line, the jumper by Barber is no good. Braden Childress gets the rebound for Grayson. An outlet pass taken away by Merle for Warren East. Working 1-on-3, spins down the lane, and a foul is going to be whistled as Merle will go to the free throw line. Braden Childress stays in front of him, but reaches in to affect that shot for Childress, his first and the team's first. And Merle will go to the free throw line. He shoots 50%.
At the line, shooting 2. Caden Merle.
He'll stare down the rim, lets the first one fly. It is good. Warren East, if there's one thing the team struggles at, it is similar to Grayson, free throws. As Grayson County shoots 55.6% from the free throw line. Warren East not much better at 59.2. Merle's second free throw is no good. Rolls off to the left side. Rebounded by Horn for Grayson. 1-0. Warren East with the early lead. This is really Grayson's first offensive possession as an outlet pass was taken away the first time they technically had the ball. To the right elbow to Horn. Handoff pass to Blanton, guarded by Barber. Barber gets his hand in to affect the dribble, and Blanton just has to back it off now to set things up one more time. 4-round one look for Grayson. Braden Childress at the logo. 1 minute into the game, 1-0. Raiders of Warren East on top of Grayson County. Right wing Blanton. Fakes the pass inside, gets it out front to Horn, swings it off to the left wing to Haycraft. Haycraft played a really good game last time out for the Cougars as there's a three straight away by Logston. It's off to the left side, rebounded by Blanton. Blanton drives downhill, down the near side. Shots no good. Barbara had enough to affect it. Rebounded by Merle for Warren East. And quickly moving come the Raiders down the near side. Parsley outside to Doyle. Deep right wing three, good. He knocked it down from Beaver Dam. A deep three to give Warren East the early 4-0 advantage. Right wing Blanton, he drives downhill, down the right side, layup, no good, too hard by Blanton. Rebounded on the inside by the Raiders of Warren East as it was Doyle who got it. It's off to the left wing, Andrews, transition, left side three, nothing but nets for Isaiah Andrews, and the Raiders are rolling early on. Travis Johnston wants a timeout. It is 7-0, 6:11 to play in the first quarter. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Navigating the maze of Medicare enrollment can be a confusing and overwhelming experience. State Health Insurance Assistance Programs, or SHIP, are experts on Medicare.
I felt like this place could really help me out.
They were so nice and helpful on the phone. I really do appreciate the fact that they take us
seriously.
Local, unbiased, and trusted Medicare help. Contact the SHIP office in your area to make an appointment.
Not a good start at all for the Grayson County Cougars. They trail 7-0. 6:11 left here in the opening quarter from Ohio County High School. As really the Cougars have had 2 offensive possessions, and there's another steal at the half-court line by Merle. Turnovers galore for the Cougars. Andrews drives down the left side. Horn stays in front of him. They give it out front. Warren East has hit 2 threes early on in this game. Barber loses the dribble, takes it back into the near corner, and the Raiders of Warren East are going to set back up. Over into the far corner, now out front to Doyle. Doyle thought about the 3, gives it off to Andrews. Andrews off to the right side to Merle. Merle picked up by Childress, inside to Barber on Horn. Barber tries to spin towards the middle. Instead, will give it off to Parsley, who drives down. Shots left short, but there to follow is Barber on the inside. Warren East on top, 9-0. 5.5 left to play in the first quarter. Logston to Childress, an outlet to Haycraft, who's quickly double-teamed on the near side of the floor, looking for help, and he throws it off of a Warren East player, and it's going to be Grayson County basketball. Caden Hanshaw will come in place of Braden Childress. Hanshaw is the 8th grader for the Cougars, averaging 5.1 points and just under 2 rebounds a contest. 9-0 Warren East leads Grayson County. 5:21 left to play here in the first quarter, and a matinee Tuesday afternoon contest from Ohio County High School in the opening game for Grayson County and the Beaver Dam Hall of Fame Classic. Hanshaw on the right side tries to create his own space out front to Blanton. Blanton will now back it off. Grayson County looking for their first points of this game. As Blanton drives down the left lane, he's quickly triple-teamed on the block. Outside to Horn. Horn jump pass off to Logston on the far side. Thought about the 3. Gives it back now to Hanshaw, who he thought about a deep 3 of his own. Now he's going to weave through, gives it to Blanton. Blanton takes the left side 3. It's short. River Blanton, the 3 has not been falling for the senior. He's now 2 of 16 from 3 on the season. There's a transition 3 by Andrews. That one's a little short as well. Hanshaw gets the high rebound to grab it for Grayson County. Hanshaw down the right side, lowers his shoulder, gets the rim off the right side. Good! Hanshaw takes it right in and lays it in to give the Cougs their first points of the game. It's 9-2, Warren East on top. 4 minutes and 28 seconds left to play here in the opening quarter. Andrews inside to Barber. Barber drives in, jump pass off to the left wing. Ball fake, now driving in, trying to split some defenders off to the far side. Catch and shoot 3, up, no good, a little long. Rebound on the inside by Barber, who fires down to the left side to Merle to lay it in. Merle's got 3 points, and that was what you heard Travis Johnston talk about in the open. Rebounding was going to be the key for this Grayson County team. If they weren't going to be able to rebound successfully, they weren't going to win. And they have been abused on the boards early on. Interior pass to Blanton, who cuts down the lane, gets the layup. Nice feed from Horn. Now you're starting to see some more movement on offense for Grayson. Hopefully this can be a sign of things to come. Out front to Merle, guarded by Haycraft. Off the right side to Andrews. Andrews gets the hole, and a pushing foul is going to be called on the floor on Blanton.
Foul number 23, River Blanton, his first.
It's his first and the team's second. Travis Johnston wanting an explanation from the official on what he saw. And whatever explanation it was, he seems to be fine with. 11-4, 3:37 left to play in the first quarter. Warren East leads. Pass it into Andrews on the near side, guarded by Blanton. Into the near corner, out front to a new player to the game. That's Caleb Prince, and a steal for Hanshaw. Fast break, right side layup, good for Caden Hanshaw. Hanshaw's got 4 of Grayson's 6, and it's a 5-point game now at 11-6 after Warren East led 9-0 at one point. Andrews spins towards the middle, goes up, and off-balance right side shot is good. Isaiah Andrews is averaging 29 points a game. He has only 1 college offer. That's from Lindsey Wilson. And tell you what, from what I've seen from him, how he only has 1 college offer, I'll never understand. Right side, Logston. Out front to Horn. Horn with the left hand gets it into the near corner to Haycraft. Back out to Horn. Bounce pass to Blanton, who had to grab that one from almost his shoestrings to be sure to grab it. 13-6. Warren East leads Grayson. Fires the pass off to the far side. Logston, 3 with a man in his face. Puts it in. Over top of Andrews, the 8th grader. Knocks it in. Logston coming off of a career high. 25 points last time out against Adair County. Into the near corner, trying to find space to Andrews on the right side. Blanton's got to be careful as he's guarding Andrew with the 1 foul. Andrews drives down, bounce pass to the left block, creating space inside the lane, and a offensive foul is going to be called on Simon Gee. For Gee, that's his first and the team's first. Gee, when you see him out there, 6'4", 250. He's committed to play college football at EKU. He had 8.5 sacks, defensive end for the Warren East Raiders football team. You could look at him. The man looks like a D end. And I would not want to be a quarterback seeing him coming around my blind side. Hanshaw gets a screen from Horn. He'll drive downhill down the right side, gets around the defenders, blocked from behind, but looks like some contact was made. If it's on Gee, it's his second. It is. Gee picks up 2 quick fouls. Gee had only appeared in 1 game prior to this one. His second and the team's second. Caden Hanshaw to the free throw line. He's a 79% free throw shooter. First one is up and good for Caden Hanshaw. Hanshaw's got 5 of Grayson's 10. And you got to like here as Camden Brothers enters the game for Grayson in place of Haycraft. Brothers averaging 5.4 points a game. Second free throw, Hanshaw rattles in. It's a 2-point game now. 13-11, the Cougs have stormed back with 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter after they trailed 9-0 in this game. Right side Doyle, off to the left wing to Merle. Back out to Doyle in between the circles. Cougars going with his own defense now. They've had success with this at times this year. Gee drives down the right side, spins towards the middle, blocked by Brothers on the inside, in the hands of Doyle. Outside Andrews, 3 to answer, good. Isaiah Andrews, the three-point shot is not what he's known at. He's already got 2 threes in this game. He only shoots, I say only, about 31.4%. But that's just not what his game is necessarily known as. He is a guy that will post you up and slash and drive. Far side Hanshaw, Cougars going with a 5-out look. Now they looked like Horn was going to move in, but now they're going to set up their offense. Left side Blanton, he'll take a left side 3 to answer. It's a little too long. Rebound bounces around, and finally Merle comes down for Warren East. The Raiders have numbers. Merle almost lost it, gives it off. Now back to Merle, left wing, wide open 3, good. Warren East is letting the threes fly. That's 4 threes in the first quarter. And after Grayson brought it to within 2, the lead is back to 8 at 19-11. In between the circles. Hanshaw, 3-around-2 look, setting up their Horns look to the right elbow to Horn, inside to Brothers, off his hand and out of bounds. 38.9 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. Grayson County trails. Gee will take a seat. In for him is a number 15, who I don't have on my roster, so we'll try to see if we can't bring you who number 15 might be. Appears that Warren East is going to be more than fine with holding for the final shot of the first half of play. It's 19-11, 25 seconds to play in the first quarter. It's one thing with these holiday tournaments too. Usually not the biggest crowds, especially because it's 1:50 on a Tuesday. It's very quiet in here right now. You could hear a pin drop with 14 seconds, and now a steal for Brothers. 3-on-1, go Grayson. Brothers to Hanshaw down the right side. He's fouled, and free throws will come for the 8th grader. Great feed by Brothers, so he got the steal. I hate it for Camden because Hanshaw was fouled. He's not going to get an assist. But if Hanshaw can knock down both these free throws, he almost deserves that assist because it was a really good steal and a good feed to Hanshaw as the Cougars were working 3-on-1. The 8th grader to the free throw line nails the first one. Braden Childress went to the game in place of River Blanton. Really smart substitution here by Travis Johnston. Blanton's got 1 foul, 8.9. Presumably you're just going to be playing defense. No point in having River potentially pick up the second foul here in a shot that doesn't necessarily matter as much. Second free throw good by Hanshaw, 19-13. 6 seconds and counting to play here in the first quarter. Merle drives downhill down the left side. Floater with the right hand, no good. Rebound on the inside is out of bounds with no time on the clock. At the end of 1, it is Warren East 19, Grayson County 13. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. Hungry kids get sick more often and can struggle in school. It can be harder for them to focus and learn. But one simple thing can help change all of this for a hungry child in America. Good, healthy food and the energy it brings. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope.
East leads Grayson County 19-13 as we start quarter number 2 from Ohio County High School. Caden Hanshaw had 8 points in that first quarter of play. It's tied with Isaiah Andrews for the game lead rather, and points as Andrew had 8 as well. Pass kicked. Grayson County will start with the basketball, working from right to left on the radio dial. The Cougars trailed 9-0 early on in this game, fought back to make it 13-11. Warren East then expanded it to 19-11, and Grayson County got the 2 free throws by Hanshaw late in the quarter. Hanshaw drives downhill down the left side, gets the hole, lays it up left side short. Blanton gets the rebound, falls down, and a foul is going to be called on the interior on Andrews. That's his first, team's third, and if you're Grayson County, that is a foul you want. Andrews is a phenomenal player. If you can get him in foul trouble, make you feel pretty good if you're Grayson County. Blanton will trigger in from underneath of his own basket, gets it into the near corner to Logston, who already has 1-3 in the game. Inside to Blanton, pass knocked back into the hands of Logston. Logston picks up his dribble at the left elbow and gives it out front to Childress, who's going to set up the offense for Grayson County. 19-13, Warren East leads Grayson County, 7.5 left to play in the first half of play. Childress drives down the right side, goes up, right side shot, no good. Rebound bouncing around, Blanton's got it, left side put back, no good. The second chance bouncing around, Warren East has got it, and they're immediately looking to push. Doyle down the right side, fast break, shot no good. Rebound bouncing up into the air, caught by Warren East, put back in by Duncan on the right side. Roger Duncan averages just under 6 points a game, 6'3", 189. And Warren East has got the 8-point advantage now with 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. Childress takes it off to the left wing. Picks up his dribble out front to Logston. He'll take the 3 straight away. Good! Logston knocks in his second 3 of the game. Logston feeling it early. Back to a 5-point game, 21-16. In the near corner, they quickly double team Andrews off. Left side, wide open 3 is no good. Rebounded by Brothers. And Brothers will immediately hand it off to Hanshaw. Hanshaw breaks the timeline across the high side, takes it back towards the middle, drives in, kicks it to the near corner to Blanton, off to Childress on the left side. Childress backs it off, sets it up, right side Logston, thought about a deep 3, thought about getting it inside to Brothers, off to Childress, who I thought he was going to pull up from the volleyball line in his own. Said he's probably smartly just pulls off and going to run some offense for Grayson. 5-out look. Childress slowly works off to the right side to Logston. Fakes the drive, gets a screen from Brothers, picks up his dribble, back over to the far side to Brothers. Andrews is in his face. Outside to Blanton. Blanton on the right side, bounce pass inside to Logston. Might have been off of his foot. Goes into the hands of Andrews. Out front, off to Andrews on the left wing. Andrews drives down, picks up his dribble, fires into the near corner to Merle. Merle drives baseline, gets it inside. Shot blocked by Brothers on the inside. The rebound bounces off of Warren East. Brothers rejected Duncan's shot on the interior. Isaiah Gee will enter the game for Warren East along with Micah Ford. Micah Ford's a 3-point specialist. Over half his shots this season come from 3, and he's shooting 46.2% on those 3-point shots. Childress has got to get the ball in, and I think we're going to have a timeout taken by Travis Johnston. It will be 21-16, 5:46 to go in the first half. The Cougars trail. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service.
Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
Warren East on top of Grayson County, 21-16, 5:46 left in the first half of action. Travis Johnston takes the timeout after they couldn't get the ball in bounds. This time they give it to Hanshaw. He's trapped in that far corner, splits it with a pass to Childress. Off to the right side to Blanton. Blanton drives down, gets around the defender, flips it up, right side, shot somehow doesn't fall. The rebound pops out. Childress runs it down at the top of the key. Childress gives it back to Hanshaw. The rebounding for Grayson is really not been terrible. Deep right side three by Logston. That one's not going to go in. Merle gets the loose ball for Warren East. Blanton, just some of these shots are just not falling for him, and they're good looks. It's just like somebody's put a lid over there that's just been on for Blanton shots. Left side Gee to left elbow Andrews into the near corner. Bouncing it around inside to Andrews, spins towards the middle. Now looking back to get to the near side. Blocked by Brothers, and a foul is going to be called on the inside. Brothers must have gotten the body in there along with on the foul for him. That is his first, team's third. Isaiah Andrews to the free throw line. 71.1%. He's averaging 29.3 points a game. 2 free throws will come here. The first free throw is good. He has one offer from Lindsey Wilson College, NAIA. And if he still has one offer at the end of this basketball season, I'd be shocked. I mean, he is a really good player. He's athletic. And that second free throw is off the mark, rebounded by Horn for Grayson. He's just a really talented player. And I mean, Lindsey Wilson would be very lucky to have him. And I'm sure they're probably hoping that that is his only offer at the end of the time, and he decides to come play for the Blue Raiders in Columbia. Off the right side, Logston out front to Blanton. Grayson County has the basketball into the near corner. Hanshaw. Hanshaw looks to get it inside to Horn. Now he will with a bounce pass. Horn spins towards the middle, flips it off to the far side. Childress, wide open three. It is short. Rebound is off the hand of Logston, in the hand of Warren East. They got numbers. Childress from behind, pokes it away, and it kicks out of bounds off of Warren East. Childress got his hand in there and spiked it down, and it went off the foot of Micah Ford, and that ball came out looking like a Lionel Messi penalty kick. That thing came flying towards the back of the wall. There's your World Cup reference early on in this game. If you had that on your bingo card, you win. I don't know what you win, but you win. Hanshaw's got it, the logo for Grayson. Drives down at the right elbow, back off to Logston. Logston spins, free throw line jumper is short, and rebounded on the floor by Ford for Warren East. And he immediately taps it off to Andrews. He's going to set it up in between the circles. Bounce pass near side, Gee. Gee into the near corner. Back out front to Isaiah Gee. Swings it off to the left wing. Into the far corner. Catch and shoot three is an air ball right into the hands of Horn for Grayson. Horn looked like a tight end going up to grab that. 22-16, Warren East leads Grayson. 3:50 left here in the first half of action from Ohio County High School. It is the opening game, the Beaver Dam Hall of Fame Classic. Here at Ohio County, Grayson County is going to be playing a game each of the next 2 days, as they will be playing tomorrow Caverna at 6 o'clock. They'll play the Chattanooga School for the Arts and Sciences on, I guess that's Thursday at 1:30. Out front now, Travis Johnston, the 6th-year head coach for the Cougars, delivering a play call. Off to the left wing to Blanton. Got a screen from Horn, doesn't take it, drives in, gets around the defender, shot no good, rebound out of bounds off of Warren East. It's going to stay Cougar basketball. Barber and Doyle re-enter for Warren East. Haycraft will re-enter for Grayson. You know what, Blanton is just, some of these shots are just not falling. They're good looks. 3:10 left in the first half. Logston out front to Blanton. Blanton over to the far corner to Logston. Logston drives down the far baseline, spins towards the middle, goes up around the defender, shot missed on the inside. The rebound ripped away by Parsley, and a jump ball is going to be called. Horn was able to wrap up Parsley in the backcourt. It's going to be a jump ball. Warren East is going to get the basketball anyways. So now the arrow will flip in favor of Grayson. I thought that there was going to be a foul whistle on Horn, but instead it was a jump ball. 22-16, 2:50 left here in the first half of action. Off to the right side, Doyle. Haycraft right into his face. Got 2:40 to play, and now a foul's going to be called. Now the foul will be called on Horn on Barber. For Horn, it's just his first, team's fourth.
His first, team's fourth. Into the game for the Raiders. Number 11, Roger Duncan.
Roger Duncan re-enters the game for the Raiders. 2:43 left in the first half. Warren East passes into Parsley. Parsley off to Andrews. Right wing three, just a little too long. Horn's able to grab the loose ball. Hands it off to the 8th grader Hanshaw. Hanshaw, an outlet pass to Longston, high at the rim. He grabs it, goes down on the right side. Shot blocked by Andrews on the interior. Volleyball played. The basket's good. Is the basket good or not? It was good, but a whistle was blown. Is the basket good or not? Andrews picks up his second foul. And I guess, no, the basket is no good. I guess it was before the basket for Andrews, though. That is his second, team's fifth. I mean, that's a good, if you're Grayson County, that is a foul you want. And Andrews going to remain in the game. Blanton on the left side, shot good. Blanton finally gets his space and gets the basket. Blanton's got 4 points. It's 22-18, 2:20 to play in the second quarter after really a fun offensive quarter in the first half. Both these teams have kind of slowed down here in quarter number 2 as it was 19-13. Grayson County outscoring Warren East 5-3 in this quarter, and a shot inside the lane. We're going to have a foul, and that might be a foul on Andrews. It is. Andrews picks up his third foul. Isaiah Andrews, the leading scorer for Warren East, his third, team sixth. Kyle Benge didn't agree with the call. Barber will re-enter in place of Andrews. They're going to say Andrews on the rebound made contact with behind. So some people might call over the back, which over the back technically is not a foul. You can't get punished for size, but what you can be punished for is contact, and that's what the official Tommy Burris called. Left wing, Blanton for Grayson. Gets a screen from Horn straight away. Back out to Hayden Robinson, who's into the game for the first time. Interior pass to Horn. He has it ripped and taken away by Duncan. It is 22-18. Grayson trails Warren East. 1:40 left in the first half. Duncan in the near corner. Out front to Merle, who loses it into the hands of Duncan. Lowers his shoulder, gets to the rim, and fires a shot off the backboard that puts it in. Duncan threw that ball off the backboard with some authority, and it bounces in the basket. Warren East has got the 6-point advantage. 80 seconds left here in the first half. Hanshaw on the right wing. He'll pull up the right side three off the back of the iron. Rebound tapped off, out of bounds, off of Grayson County, and I think that was the right call. Jack Logston will come in place of Hanshaw. Travis Johnson doesn't agree, but I think that was the right call from my vantage point. It's tough in those scrums. In a lot of instances, you could just flip a coin and whichever side it lands on. It's not like we have replay, which is a good thing, I think, in high school. I think human error is sometimes part of the game. And I'm not saying that was an error. I thought it was actually the right call by the officials. Right side Duncan. Off to the left wing. Inside to Barber on Horn. Barber spins towards the middle. Shot no good. Rebound tapped off. Haycraft's got it. Cougars have numbers if they want to use it. Off to Robinson on the left wing. He'll slow down and mute it. Inside to Horn. Left side layup. Good. What a feed by Robinson to find Horn cutting down the lane. 4-point game. 38 seconds left here in the first half. 24-20. The Raiders on top of the Cougars. Merle at the free throw line. Fires it in the near corner to Parsley. Out front. Swings it off to the left wing. Back to Parsley. Parsley in the corner to Duncan. Out front to Merle. Let's see if Warren East might hold for the final shot now with 18 seconds left in the first half. Left side Duncan. Back off to Merle, and now they're going to back it off, and they will hold for the final shot. You've got 8 seconds left in the first half of play. Merle drives down, spins down the right lane. Shot left short. Rebound is knocked around. There to pick it up is Duncan in the lane. He misses the shot, and that is the end of the first half of play. Warren East had 2 on the inside that they probably usually make, but it does not go in. At the end of the first half of play, it is Warren East 24, Grayson County 20. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. 2 milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
Did you know that over 700 kids enter the foster care system every day?
$700?
700.
Just talking about foster care can help foster care.
Okay, let's try this.
Donate your small talk.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
What an exciting first half of action here from Ohio County High School. As Grayson County trails Warren East 24-20 at the half. I mean, really, that was a fun first half of play. I mean, it was entertaining. Warren East was up 9-0 early. They led 19-11. And I mean, really, you look at the end of the first quarter, it was 19-13. In the second quarter of play, Grayson outscores Warren East 7-5. So not a lot of offense in that second quarter of play. Some missed shots on both sides. I think we're in for a treat of a second quarter of play. I've enjoyed it, and I hope if you're listening or watching, you've enjoyed this first half as well. Coming up on our halftime show, run down some scores from around the region. See, not a lot going on at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon, but we'll try to find those for you. We'll also run down the scoring from this game and get you ready for half number 2. Again, your score at the half. Grayson County trails Warren East 24-20. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
A tree can be unifying, inviting diverse communities to gather over common roots. A tree can be innovative, effortlessly pulling carbon from the air. A tree can be noble, actively nurturing life in an uncertain world. The Arbor Day Foundation has been planting trees for 50 years, in every season and soil, every climate and corner of the earth. A tree can be transformational, helping us turn local action into global impact. That's why now is the time for trees. Lots of trees. Let's tell the world everything a tree can be. Because a tree can be a solution. Let's put millions of solutions in the ground together.
I'm William Shatner. I've been around a long time, but I'm truly humbled when I see the real battles our brave, paralyzed veterans have faced defending our freedom.
I was on a routine patrol, and we were in the desert of Kuwait, and the vehicle flipped and landed on top of me, which left me paralyzed from the waist down.
Okay, folks, this is heroism. That's why I'm proud to support Paralyzed Veterans of America. Go to pva.org to learn how you can make a difference.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Cougs trail 24-20 at the half here from Ohio County High School in the opening game of the Beaver Dam Hall of Fame Classic. I do want to take a time here where we run down some scores from around the region, which is usually the point where I do this here in a halftime show, but if I'm being honest, there's not a whole lot. See here, LaRue County in girls basketball trails Grant County 25-15 at the half. That game is being played in Gatlinburg this afternoon. See here, Graves County won against the Blazers 74-29. The only Blazers I know in the area is University Heights. So I'm assuming that's who they ended up beating. Graves County did. And I think that's probably boys basketball. And I see Butler County boys are going to be playing later today against Hopkins County Central at 4:30 at everybody's favorite place, the Owensboro Sports Center. I hope you can sense the sarcasm in there. When we come back, we'll run down the scoring. I feel like this halftime's been shorter. Either that or I've had more to say. I'm not entirely sure. The Lady Cougars, though, I want to make sure that I mention this. On Friday, they were supposed to play Greene County at 2 o'clock. That game has been canceled. on Thursday. They were supposed to play Paris at 11 a.m. That game is now going to be a 10 a.m. start. So get your cup of coffee ready, and we'll cheer on the Lady Cougars and hope they can pick up a win. We'll take a break. Second half the halftime show continues after this, as this is Cougar basketball on K105.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is vaping? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutVaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Welcome back to Ohio County High School. Running down a quick scoring from this game. First for Warren East, they're led by Isaiah Andrews, 9 points. He does have 3 fouls, though. 6 for Caden Murrow, 4 for Roger Duncan, 3 for Connor Doyle, and 2 for Kajarius Barber. For Grayson County, it's Caden Hanshaw with 8, Jack Logston 6, Hoover Blanton 4, Dylan Horn 2. Second half comes up next, 24-20. Warren East leads Grayson. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
It's time for the second half of action from Ohio County High School in the Beaver Dam Hall of Fame Classic. Grayson County trails Warren East 24-20. Sam Gormley here with you on the call. K105 and K105 Digital Productions. Be the Cougars to start with the basketball. They'll switch sides, working now from left to right on your radio dial, and we are underway here. First half of play, it was Caden Hanshaw that led the way with 8 points. Grayson County, though, going back with their starters of Childress, Haycraft, Blanton, Logston, and Horn to start this quarter. Spinning it around out front now to Blanton to start off the offense for Grayson County here in this second half of play. The first half, Cougars were down 9-0 and then 19-11 at 2 different points in the game. Were able to fight back to trail by only 4. Blanton smacks it out front to Childress, who will back it off now. You got a 4-round-1 look for Grayson. Some motion offense will now work as Logston and Blanton switch sides to go down to the post. Childress off to the left wing, bounce pass into Blanton and into the far corner. Out front to Childress, swings it out in between the circles to Logston. Off to the right wing, Haycraft into the near corner to Blanton. Man-to-man defense for Warren East. Blanton thought about the interior pass to Horn. Now we'll give it off to Horn. Back out now to Blanton. Warren East not giving the Cougars an inch to do anything. Ball fake by Childress. Travis Johnston now stands up, the 6-year head coach, and moves around his offense. Screen from Blanton. Childress picks up his dribble inside the free throw line, trying to find help and flips it. Back out front now to Logston. The defense for Warren East has been very good to start this quarter. The storyline to watch here in the second half of play, Isaiah Andrews, who averages 29 points a game for Warren East, has 3 fouls. He's the defender right now over top of Horn. Horn goes up, his shot is short. The Raiders get the rebound, and they're immediately looking to push. An outlet inside, tipped. Andrews has it on the left block. Over top of Horn, puts the basket in. Andrews moves into double figures. He's got 11 points. Warren East leads Grayson County 26-20. 6 minutes, 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Childress backs it off to the right wing, out front to Blanton, 18-foot jumper off to the right side. It is off the back of the iron. Rebound bounces around, and Andrews comes down to the loose ball, immediately taps it off to Merle. An outlet pass off to Doyle on the right side, back to Merle. Out front, Andrews, three straight away, good. Andrews hits the three. Travis Johnston, or actually I believe it's Kyle Bengi that wants the timeout. 29-20, Warren East leads Grayson. 6:02 left to play in the third. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Isaiah Andrews starts the third quarter of play on a little 5-0 run of his own. Grayson County trails 29-20. Kyle Bengi for Warren East took that timeout. Bengi is in his second season at the helm of the Warren East program. He comes from northern Indiana, where he was the head coach of the LaPorte High School. Now, I usually wouldn't mention the mascot, but I'm a fan of it. You know me, I love high school mascots. LaPorte High School, the Slicers. I like it. Creative LaPorte Slicers. You don't hear that one all the time. He also was assistant coach just up 165 at Kentucky Wesleyan during the 2014-15 season under Happy Osborne. Great athlete is Bengi. Played college basketball at Huntington University, and in high school, he was named All-State in basketball, baseball, and tennis. Pretty impressive athlete as the head coach of Warren East. Down the right side, Blanton's layup is no good, partially blocked by Barber, who gets the rebound. In transition goes Andrews down the near side, and a foul's called on Grayson. It's going to be on Blanton, or it's going to be on Logston. See who the foul's whistled on. It is going to be called on Blanton. His second, team's first of the second half of play. At the line shooting two will be Isaiah Andrews. He's one of two in this game. Kind of a lethargic start to the second half of play for Grayson. First free throw good there by Andrews. Some of that energy you really saw in the first half, you're not really seeing to start this second half of play. They want to get out and run, and they've not been able to do this because Warren East has been able to do whatever they want on the offensive end to start the second half, especially with Isaiah Andrews. Raiders have their largest lead of the game at 31-20, 5:38 left in the third quarter. Childress in between the circles. Trying to find help. Swings it off to the left side to Logston. Logston backs it off now. Grayson County just needs a bucket to try and stop the bleeding here. Got their 3-around-2 look with a player on each elbow. Haycraft on the left side. Out front to Blanton, off to the right wing to Childress. Childress looks to get it inside to Horn. A foul's going to be called on Barber on the inside. For Barber, that'll only be his first and the team's first in the second half. 5:15 left here in the third quarter, 31-20. Grayson County trails Warren East. Jack Logston to trigger. From underneath of his own basket, fires a pass into the near corner to Childress. Immediately takes it off, and he's going to set things up in between the circles. 31-20, 5:08 to play here in the third quarter. Bounce pass into the far corner. Childress drives downhill on the left side, crosses it, and it's taken away by Warren East. Andrews, fast break, off down the right side. The layup way too hard by Merle. Horn comes down with a loose ball for Grayson and immediately taps it off to Braden Childress. Grayson County trails this one 31-20, 4 minutes and 45 seconds to play in the third quarter. Free throw line for Blanton. Extended jumper is off the mark, rebounded by Andrews for Warren East. 4:34 left in the third quarter. Grayson County's offense has gone cold after scoring 13 points. And there is a foul called on Blanton at the free throw line, and that's going to be 3 on River Blanton. Very interesting decision for Travis Johnston. Is he going to sit down his leading scorer, Blanton, or is he going to keep him in the game with the 3 fouls? Appears right now he will keep him in the game. Braden Childress comes out. Caden Hanshaw comes back in. Cougars now shifting to zone defense. At the right elbow, Barber spins it off to the left wing to Merle. Merle drives in, kicks it into the near corner to Parsley. Parsley out front to Merle. They're going to back it off, slowing down. Andrews left all open from 3, and he makes them pay. Isaiah Andrews has scored all of the points in the third quarter for Warren East. That's 10 of them, and they lead Grayson County now 34-20. 3:53 left here in quarter number 3. In between the circles to Horn. Off to the right side, Haycraft. Grayson County just needs a basket in the worst kind of way. Right side, Blanton. Out front to Hanshaw. Hanshaw does a ball fake, drives down, gets around the defenders, flips it up, left side shot, no good. Long rebound, chased down in the corner. Hanshaw saves it inbounds into the hands of Barber. Here come the Raiders looking to push, throwing it up to Andrews. Not a good alley-oop. Andrews had no chance of getting that one. And here comes Grayson on the other end. Blanton loses his dribble, slides towards the middle. Shot can't go in, out of bounds off of Warren East. It's going to stay Grayson County basketball. It's not probably the time that I get the alley-oop, but for one, it was not a good one. Andrews had no shot at getting that at all. I'm sure Kyle Benge, when he goes back and watches the film, is going to say, I like the thought. That's just not the time. Left side, Blanton. Backs it off in between the circles. Grayson County has not scored in this quarter yet. Right wing, Horn. Out front to Hanshaw. Hanshaw off to the left wing to Logston. Fakes the drive. Now he spins down the left lane, goes up, left side shot, short. And another rebound for Warren East. Roger Duncan comes down with it. 5 minutes into this third quarter of play. The orange and blue of Grayson still looking for their first basket. Merle off to the right wing to Doyle. Doyle back to Merle to the free throw line. Barber guarded by Logston. Not much energy from this Grayson County team either, as they're still looking for their first points of this half. Andrews drives down, flips it up, dumps it off. Shot right side, good to Roger Duncan. He's the first player not named Andrews to score, and a foul is called, and free throws will come for Roger Duncan. Hanshaw picks up the foul, his first, team's third. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Travis Johnston. It is going to be a full timeout. It is 36-20. Warren East leads Grayson County. Travis Johnston not happy with his team right now. And just disappointed with probably some of the offensive production, as Roger Duncan will have a free throw after this break. We want to invite you to join us for the remainder of this week of Holiday Classic tournaments, as coming up tomorrow, the Lady Cougars will begin competing in the Caveland Classic, as that will be, the Lady Cougars will play at 11 a.m. tomorrow at Edmonson County High School, as they will be facing Metcalfe County tomorrow. We'll have the coverage of that game. The Cougar boys will be here tomorrow against Caverna at 6 o'clock. We will not have coverage of that game. On Thursday, the Lady Cougars at 10 a.m. now will be facing Paris. We'll have the coverage of that game from Edmonson County High School in day 2 of the Caveland Classic. The Cougar boys at 1:30 here at Ohio County High School are going to be playing the Chattanooga School for the Arts and Sciences. So that game will be at 1:30 on Thursday afternoon. Friday, the Lady Cougars were supposed to play Greene County in action. That game has been canceled due to the threat of inclement weather. In that Caveland Classic, there's some teams coming. I know that the boys Southwestern from Pulaski County is going to be making the trip, so there's a couple of schools that are making the trip, and they just decided it was probably best to cancel the final day of the tournament, and they're moving all of the games up an hour, which is why the game is at 10 on Thursday now instead of 11. Free throw by Duncan out of the timeout is good, and it's the Raiders of Warren East 37, Grayson County 20. 2:25 left in the third quarter. So Warren East has outscored the Cougars 13-0 in the quarter. In the near quarter goes Brothers. Out front to Horn, off to the right wing to Hanshaw. Hanshaw does a ball fake at the free throw line off to Logston on the left side. Back to Blanton. Blanton drives downhill on the left side, dumps it off inside the lane to Logston, who gains his dribble back. He tried to dribble it, and it's kicked on the interior. It's going to stay Grayson County basketball. 2:02 left here in quarter number 3. Grayson County trails 37-20. Logston to trigger in. Scans once, scans twice, gets it off to the right side to Horn, who hands it off to Hanshaw. 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Grayson still looking for their first points of the second half. Deep right wing three for Logston. It is an air ball. It hit nothing but net, but it didn't go in the rim. Rebounded on the inside by Merle, who immediately looked to push for the Raiders. Free throw line, Barber. Barber spins down the right lane with the right hand at the rim. Barber puts it in over top of Grayson. It's a 19-point Warren East lead. 1:28 left in the third quarter. Hanshaw in between the circles. Thought about stepping back from 18 feet. Smacks it off to the left side to Logston. Into Horn. Horn tried to fire a pass inside to Blanton. Out of reach. Out of bounds. 1:18 left here in quarter number 3. Warren East leads Grayson 39-20. Doyle running the point now for Warren East. Man-to-man defense back for Grayson. Andrews inside now to Barber. Barber on Horn, over top of Horn, puts it in. The shot is good for Barber. And the defense isn't there here in this half for Grayson County. Right side Horn. Out front to Blanton, who backs it off now and sets it up in between the circles. Inside to Brothers, it's off his hand and out of bounds. The pass was behind him. And another turnover for Grayson. Hayden Robinson and Zach Bradshaw come into the game for Grayson. Dylan Horn out and River Blanton out. Landon Haycraft will come into the game as well in place of Jack Logston.
And number 15, Landon Haycraft.
So Haycraft and Robinson are re-entering. Zach Bradshaw gets his first minutes, averaging 1.8 points a game, 3 rebounds. He's a three-point shooter. He's shooting 37.5% from 3 of 8 on the year. In some limited appearances. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Grayson County appears that they might be held without a basket here in this quarter unless Warren East goes too early. We are having some zone now for Grayson. 18 seconds left in the third quarter. And Warren East obviously in no hurry at all as they lead by 21 points here in this quarter. Barber out front. Left side, Merle to Barber. Almost lost it, gains it back, flips it off to Merle. Right side three at the buzzer is no good. The end of the third quarter of play, it is Warren East 41, Grayson County 20. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Remember.
Honor. Teach.
Your $15 sponsorship goes to placing a wreath on the headstone of an American hero. For more information, please visit wreathsacrossamerica.org.
Oh boy. What? We better get out of here. That clown is about to hit a water line.
He didn't contact 811 to mark the underground utilities.
Nope.
You saw that coming. Too bad he didn't.
Know what's below. 811 before you dig.
With a My Social Security account, you can request a replacement Social Security card, estimate your benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
An ugly third quarter of basketball for Grayson. Outscored 17-0 in the quarter, and they trail Warren East at the start of this final quarter, 41-20. To start this quarter of play, Travis Johnston going with Hayden Robinson, Caden Hanshaw, Camden Brothers, Zach Bradshaw, and Landon Haycraft. I'm sure this is kind of what he thinks. He's just going to try and find something. Warren East will start with the basketball, and again work from right to left on the radio dial. Left side Doyle throws it up to Andrews, another alley-oop attempt. Andrew had to catch it, go back down, shot's no good, rebound blocked out of bounds, or blocked back, but a foul on the block is called on Zach Bradshaw. His first, team's fourth. 2 free throws coming for Roger Duncan. Duncan, good football player as well. He had 17 catches for 195 yards. He's 4 of 9 from the free throw line this season. He made that 5 of 10 as he knocks in the first free throw. Duncan stares down the second chance. It is short. Rebound Robinson on the floor, who taps it off to Haycraft. Grayson County has not scored since the second quarter. Looking for their first bucket as Hanshaw drives in, dumps it over into the far corner to Robinson, who gives it back inside to Hanshaw. Swings it off to Haycraft on the left wing. Out front to Brothers. Almost fouled by Andrews to Bratcher, and in the near corner Haycraft. Back to Bratcher. Thought about the three. Gets it in between the circles now to Hanshaw. Hanshaw with the right hand, switches over to the left side with a handoff pass. Robinson off to Haycraft. Haycraft out front to Brothers. Brothers drives down inside the lane. There ends the run. Camden Brothers puts it in for the first points of the second half of play. 42-22. Warren East still well in control of this one as they lead by 20 points. Duncan flips it off to Merle on the right wing. Into the near corner, out front. Three by Doyle. It's off to the left side. Rebound tapped off into the air. Robinson comes down with a loose basketball. Into Hanshaw. Hanshaw right up the middle. An outlet to Brothers. Brothers walks with it at the right side. 6:49 left here in the fourth quarter. 42-22. Out front, Merle. The inside pass knocked around and taken away by Grayson. Hanshaw's got it in between the circles. Great defense by the Cougars. Hanshaw drives down, Euro step to the right, and we are going to have a blocking foul, I believe, called on the Raiders. Foul called on. Interesting. That must have been a reach-in foul called on Parsley, his first, team second. So it wasn't called on the player that attempted to take the charge. Hanshaw to the line to shoot free throws. The first one is good. It's 9 points now for the 8th grader. Second one rattles in for Caden Hanshaw. 42-24. Grayson trails by 18 points. 6:25 to play in the fourth quarter. Inside the lane, fires off to Andrews. Wide open three, far side is good. Andrews puts in the three. Timeout on the floor. It is 45-24. Warren East leads, 6:17 to go. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
To go here in this basketball game, as it was 24-20 as we started the second half, but the Cougars were outscored by 17-0 in the third quarter of play. And you want to know your difference? There you go. It's that simple. It's just not a good third quarter that allowed for Warren East to expand upon this lead. And listen, Warren East is a good team. No other way to put it. They're just a solid basketball team, and I'm sure for them, they were thrilled because they are moving to the 15th district this season. That gets them out of having to deal with South Warren, Bowling Green, and Greenwood, and so on. As they're now in with like Barron County and Glasgow. Might have an opportunity to maybe get to the region tournament, something they haven't done in a long time because it's such a talented district. Inside the lane, Bratcher shot's no good. Robinson gets it, puts it up, misses it, but a foul on the interior is going to be called, and Robinson will get free throws. Called on Roger Duncan. His second, team's third. Hayden Robinson will go to the line for the first time this season, and the first one was good for Robinson. Tell you what, Hayden Robinson misses the second. He's not the tallest guy on the floor. I mean, he's 6 foot, But he's a great rebounder. I mean, he has a nose for the basketball. Slips it into the near corner, driving down the near baseline. Parsley at the rim, misses the shot. Duncan gets the rebound, puts it up. Second chance, and a foul is going to be called. Roger Duncan will get free throws. Foul on the interior called on Grayson's Henshaw. His second, team's fifth. Duncan back to the free throw line to shoot 2. Duncan 2 of 3 in the game. 5:39 to go. It's a 20-point Warren East lead. And the free throw is good. Cougars will be back in action tomorrow. They will play Caverna here at Ohio County High School at 6 o'clock. Second free throw good. Right side Robinson, into the near corner to Bratcher, 47-25. In between the circles out front, Henshaw does a ball fake off to the right side to Bratcher. Bratcher into the near corner to Robinson, off to Bratcher. Bratcher gets around the defender, flips it over to the far corner, gets the ball back after it's deflected back to him, but it's rebounded on the missed layup by Parsley. Doyle in between the circles. Haycraft almost got his hand in on it. Doyle was able to keep the dribble going. Over to the far side, inside Duncan, shot blocked, and it's out of bounds off of Grayson. Into the game. For Grayson County is number 22, who Brody Armstrong enters here for Grayson. It's his first ever varsity appearance. Out front, Merle off to the right side to Andrews. Andrews to the right elbow, crosses it to the near corner, wide open 3. Merle in and out. Rebound on the floor by Armstrong. He immediately gets his name into the scorebook. Henshaw drives in, crosses it to Brothers in the far corner. 3 up, short. Rebound tapped off, and Duncan comes down with it for Warren East. 47-25, the Raiders on top of Grayson. 4:27 left in the fourth quarter. Left side 3 up by Andrews off the back of the iron. Long rebound chase down. They give it back to Andrews. Right elbow Duncan inside to Andrews. In the middle, shot blocked by Brothers on the inside. Into the hands of Henshaw, who immediately looks to push for Grayson. Henshaw right up the middle, spins towards the near side, goes up with a shot, gets the bank to roll in. Henshaw's got 12. It's a 20-point game now, 47-27, halfway through the fourth quarter of play. Left side Doyle, inside Duncan. Back now to Duncan at the left lane. Spins towards the middle to Andrews, off to Merle. Merle out front to Doyle. Doyle guarded by Henshaw, who picks the pocket, but on the pocket pick, had his hand in the cookie jar just a little bit too much. Henshaw picks up his 3rd foul, and the team's 6th. Merle gets it in. Near side Doyle. Doyle into the near corner, guarded by Armstrong. Out front right side, now at the free throw line, driving down near baseline, shot at the rim, good, made in by Parsley. First basket of the game. Dane Parsley will go to the free throw line to try and convert on the N1. Foul's called on Armstrong, his first, team's 7th. Parsley to the line. He's a 39.1% free throw shooter. Parsley, Warren East's quarterback. And I'm not making these numbers up for their football team this year. Passed for 1,880 yards and 30 touchdowns, while also rushing for nearly 1,627 touchdowns. That's just a casual combined 57 touchdowns between passing and rushing. That'll get it done. Makes the and 1 free throw. Robinson to Armstrong in the near corner. Armstrong with a pass off into the near corner to Bratcher, who gives it off to Robinson, who has it handed right back to him by Andrews. Inside to Brothers, slips it up, right side layup, good. Nice ball movement from Grayson to get the basket on the right side by Brothers, who's got 4 points in the quarter. It's 50-29, though. Warren East still leads Grayson County. Good ball movement. Andrews has his pocket picked by Henshaw. It's out of bounds, and it is going to head towards Grayson. Great defense by Caden Henshaw to steal from one of the top players in the 4th region in Isaiah Andrews. Henshaw will come out In place of him will be Lucas Pierce. Pierce has 1 rebound on the season in just a couple of appearances. Bounce pass to Armstrong. Armstrong on the right wing at the free throw line. Bounce it back off to Bratcher. Off to Robinson. Right wing 3. Good! Hayden Robinson puts in the 3 on the right side. Second 3 of the season for the sophomore Hayden Robinson. Off to the left side, Merle. 2:25 left to go. It is 50-32. Grayson County trails in the far corner. 3 up, good answer. It's Austin Rigsby who puts in the 3. Rigsby this season, every single shot he's taken, and it's been about 35 now, has been from 3. And he's pretty good at it as well. Into the near corner, Pierce for Grayson. Takes the drive in, now backs it off. Bounce pass to Armstrong in the near corner. Pierce down the right side, bounce pass Armstrong near side, gets around the defender, fades it up from 10 feet, shot no good. Rebounded on the inside, and we are going to have a jump ball, and possession's going to stay with the Cougars. Subs galore in on both sides. In for Grayson County, Gage Napier, Bentley Martin, and Kobe Martin. In for Warren East, it's a whole new lineup. You'll have Isaiah Summers, number 21, number 13, Caleb Prince, number 32, Wyatt Gravel. You have Simon Gee, I believe was, or no, maybe not. We're trying to give you all the numbers. It's an interior pass is taken away by the Raiders. It's out to the far side. It's the number 15 who we didn't end up getting his name. Out front to Prince. Prince off to the left side to Brendan Bratcher, who is also into the game. Off the left side, driving in, kicking it into the near corner to Bratcher. 3 is up and good. Brendan Bratcher, he is now 4 of 4 from the field in his career and 3 of 3 from 3. The sophomore appeared now his 4th game, and he's knocking in 3s. Steal on the other end. Fast break opportunity. Gravel layup left side. Good for Wyatt Gravel. 58-32. 1 minute to go in the 4th quarter. Out front, Pierce. He has his pocket picked. Another fast break. Down the left side, Pierce is going to be called for a foul. Caleb Prince was driving in, and he'll go to the free throw line for the first time this season. Foul called on Lucas Pierce. His first. Team's 8th. Prince to the line, shooting 2. First one is no good. Into the game, Zach Bratcher. Kobe Martin will come out. Second one, no good as well. Rebound on the floor by Warren East, put back right side, good. Basket was good by Isaiah Summers. Off the left wing, Pierce. 40 seconds to go. Pierce drives down the left side, dumps it off to Napier. Napier outside to Martin. 3 right side. Can't roll in. On the floor, rebounded by Warren East. It's tapped off to Bratcher. Bratcher over to the right side. 60-32. Warren East leads Grayson. Right side, Prince. Off to the left wing, Summers. Summers to Bratcher. Man-to-man defense for Grayson County. 13 seconds to go. Appears the Raiders will be fine just to run this clock out. And they will improve to 5-3 on the season. Grayson County will fall to 3-5. Warren East will turn their attention towards Breckenridge County tomorrow, while the Cougs will turn their attention towards Caverna. Again, your final score, Warren East defeats Grayson 60-32. We'll come back. Have the 5th quarter show after this. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
To you by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Ohio County High School, where Grayson County falls to Warren East by the final score of 60-32. Fifth quarter show comes up next, where we'll have more on the wrap-up of this game. Again, your final score, from Ohio County, Warren East defeats Grayson 60-32. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Did you know that over 700 kids enter the foster care system every day?
700?
700.
Just talking about foster care can help foster care.
Okay, let's try this.
Donate your small talk.
I'm William Shatner. I've been around a long time, but I'm truly humbled when I see the real battles our brave, paralyzed veterans have faced defending our freedom.
I was on a routine patrol, and we were in the desert of Kuwait, and the vehicle flipped and landed on top of me, which left me paralyzed from the waist down.
Okay, folks, this is heroism. That's why I'm proud to support Paralyzed Veterans of America. Go to pva.org to learn how you can make a difference.
My brother was wounded in Mosul, Iraq in 2005 during a combat mission. The injuries he suffered that day are still with him. He has partial vision and hearing loss. He has a traumatic brain injury, and probably most severe is his post-traumatic stress. But the bomb that blew him up, it really kind of blew up my life right along with it. Caregiving was new and scary. I was really isolated and on my own, and I didn't reach out. And that ultimately led me to a point in my life where I contemplated suicide. One of the resources that we had known about after my brother was wounded was Wounded Warrior Project. And once we discovered that Wounded Warrior Project not only had programs for my brother, but they had them for me and my son as well, we really began engaging with other families, and it turns out there's a lot of them who are just like ours.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Where the Grayson County Cougars fall in the first game of the Beaver Dam Holiday Classic. They fall to Warren East by a final score of 60-32, as this is the fifth quarter show. Coming up on our fifth quarter show, we are going to run down the scoring from around the region, the scores from this game, and we'll hopefully get a chance to talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Travis Johnson. I mean, you look at this game, Warren East, 9 threes today. They averaged 6.3, so you can read a little bit into that. But, I mean, the biggest thing is that Grayson was outscored in the third quarter, 17-0, and you lose. I mean, you lost by 28. I mean, really 20 was the mark of this. You had some points in there late against younger players and so on. And you look, you're outscored by 17 in one quarter, and it's a different ballgame if that doesn't happen. I mean, if Grayson even scores 6 in that quarter, it's a different ballgame. It's a 10-point game going into that final quarter of play. And when you're down at the start of a quarter by 21 points and you have 8 minutes to go, miracles don't happen that often. We were joking beforehand that, Grayson had the miracle in Brownsville a couple of years ago at Edmonson County, and they were down by, I think it was 18 points or something at the start of the fourth quarter of play, and were able to come back and tie that game and send it into overtime. Those do not happen very often, and you can't rely on something like that to happen either. Again, coming up on the fifth quarter show, run down the scores from around the region, the scoring from this game, and more. Again, your final score tonight, Warren East defeats Grayson 60-32. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans? From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service. Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
Remember.
Honor. Teach.
Your $15 sponsorship goes to placing a wreath on the headstone of an American hero. For more information, please visit wreathsacrossamerica.org.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is me? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You didn't turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on. To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutVaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Ohio County High School, where the Grayson County Cougars fall by a final score of 60-32 to the Warren East Raiders. Sam Gormley back here with you as this is the fifth quarter show. We'll try to see if we can't run down a quick score or two from around the area. Obviously, as we joked earlier on, with this being 3 o'clock on a Tuesday, not a whole lot going on. It's a game that's getting ready to start. I mean, heck, maybe we'll just start doing play-by-play of this game. It's 6.5 minutes until tip-off. I can definitely give you score updates of Apollo and Breckenridge County in girls basketball. It should be a good matchup. I know Apollo, I believe, in the most recent third region media poll was, I think, 10th, and Breckenridge County is 4th. So it's you got a top 10 region matchup, at least voted on by third region media members. The other scores that I see from around the region: Grant County in girls basketball defeats LaRue County 49-34. That game happening in Gatlinburg this evening. And that appears most of the scores. I know I mentioned that Butler County is going to be playing here soon against Hopkins County Central over at the illustrious Sports Center. I guess illustrious isn't the right word there. The everybody's favorite. I'm not even sure the word to describe it. What I can describe is that head coach Travis Johnston will be talking with us next here on K105.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Oh boy. What? We better get out of here. That clown is about to hit a water line.
He didn't contact 811 to mark the underground utilities.
Nope.
You saw that coming. Too bad he didn't.
Know what's below. 811 before you did.
With a My Social Security account, you can request a replacement Social Security card, estimate your benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Ohio County High School, where the Grayson County Cougars fall to Warren East by the final score of 60-32. Joined now by head coach Travis Johnston and coach. First half it's 24-20. You all fell behind 9-0. Your team had to fight. And let's just start with the first half of play. I was worried when it was 9-0. I thought, the wheels could fall off really quick. Were you happy, at least in the first half, with how your team didn't let the wheels fall off?
Absolutely. I thought the end of the first half, or into the first quarter and all of the second quarter, I thought we battled and I thought we grinded. And they're a big team, and they got guys that they can just keep putting in that are big and strong, and they're physical and they push around. And I think they have averaged close to 40 rebounds a game. So if it's not, it's close. We just came out, and the start of the third quarter was just like the start of the second. Or started the first quarter, and we decided that it was too hard to battle back from that. And obviously, I'll take blame when it's on me. We're gonna have to figure out something different offensively, because whatever we got's not working. We can't rely on teams hopefully pressuring us and then us getting layups on the backside. We're gonna have to figure out a half-court offense, because what we're doing is not working. And but for our guys, we're going to have to figure out how bad we really want stuff. I think it's the best way to put it, because it looked like we wanted it that second quarter, and I was very happy, very pleased. Didn't have much to talk about it at halftime except for keep battling and keep rebounding, and then we flip it over to the third quarter and we let it happen again, and then we just stop and look. But I thought those guys at the end played very well. Brody Armstrong getting his first action, I thought he came in and battled and played very hard. And then other than that, I thought Caden was pretty solid, but we didn't have very much individual play tonight.
Was it just as simple as I think basketball in a lot of ways can be compared to boxing, where it's left hook, right hook, and really for the first half it was left hook, and then you all came back right hook. They came back with a left hook because they went up 19-11 or whatever it is, and then you all had the last second basket. Was it as simple as they just hit you with a big knockout punch and you all just did get up?
Yeah, I think that could be a good way to put it. They made adjustments in the second half. Anytime we try to throw it inside, they put the big barber kid in there to try to clog things up. Which on the flip side is whenever we try to run stuff, we're going to actually have to run it and screen somebody and and move the ball instead of just trying to break that was our problem last year. We thought we had to break everybody down on the dribble, and it ain't going to work against every team. And we're going to have to figure out something that gets a little bit of movement and still gives our players certain strengths. But they're going to have to trust it. I don't think they trust what we're doing right now. And that's not a knock on them. It's just it's not successful right now, and I think we're kind of questioning, hey, is this what we need to run? Is this right? And then defensively is kind of the same way because we've changed so much. That was a hard team to man, so we had to zone and stuff, but.
It's a hard team to zone, too.
Yeah, it's obviously a hard team to zone, too. So we just got to make sure that everybody's bought in and trusting what we're trying to do because I promise you, us 5 coaches aren't sitting there trying to figure out something that's not going to be successful for us.
One of the guys you mentioned late that kind of stood out to me, and I mean, he's not the biggest guy on the floor, but he's just got a nose for the ball, is Hayden Robinson. I mean, he pulled down some big rebounds. I think back to was it Edmondson or Ohio? He had the big rebound putback. I mean, he's just got a nose for the ball, and he's not Dylan Horn where he's 6'3" and whatever Dylan's weight is. I mean, Hayden's not that Hayden's skinny by any means, but he's not. He just has a nose for the ball, doesn't he?
Yeah, and we can get more out of Hayden. There's times that he doesn't put forth, and not that he doesn't play hard. He always plays hard. He's a great kid, and he's very likable. But there's another gear that he can get to sometimes, and you see it whenever he goes up and gets rebounds against those guys like that, and whenever he gets the rebound like against Edmondson and goes up strong and puts it up. We just need him to start trying to get that on a consistent basis. But he's a sophomore, hadn't played varsity. It's going to come with time, but once he gets to that level to where he knows he's got to do it every play, every possession, he's going to be really good.
Coming up later on this week, we won't be with you. Maybe Mother Nature will change some things. We don't know.
Man.
I mean, it's already changed for the girls later on this week. I mean, we can joke, but it seriously could. You never know if this thing could move around. On Thursday, you'll face the Chattanooga School for the Arts and Sciences. I think I got that right.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any crafts involved.
I don't think so. I think I messed that one up.
And then tomorrow, you've got a Caverna team that, again, when most people probably hear Caverna, they think, well, I could just go ahead and mark that one as a W.
They're very good.
And they're really good this year. They got Ader in the middle. I think I don't know how to say it, in the middle, who's really solid. Logston, obviously a guard that you know. How does your team bounce back before hosting your own holiday tournament next week over these next 2 days?
Oh, it obviously starts tomorrow, and Tayden over there is a very good player, leading them in scoring. I think Ader is how they say the big kid's name. He doesn't have the greatest moves, but he's 6'8", so he doesn't have to have the greatest moves. And they got a freshman point guard who's really, really good and fast. And then Coach Barker coached against him at Apollo. And he
won a region title.
And region title. He's very smart, very good. He's going to try to take us out of what we want to do. But we're going to have to really compete because they're very fast, athletic, and kind of similar to this team we just played. I don't think as many shooters or as big overall. But they definitely got the bigger guy and the 6'8" kid.
Well, Coach, good luck the rest of the week, and I hope you and your family have a good Christmas. Hopefully everybody gets healthy, and we'll see you next week a lot.
Thanks.
At the Holiday Classic. That's head coach Travis Johnston. We'll come back, have more after this as the Cougars fall tonight. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. Hungry kids get sick more often and can struggle in school. It can be harder for them to focus and learn. But one simple thing can help change all of this for a hungry child in America. Good, healthy food and the energy it brings. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures.
We want to ensure that all of our kids have healthy meals every day.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping feed our kids.
To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
You'd like to hear. Don't miss it tomorrow. Join us tomorrow morning for the best of the Rick and Bubba Show here on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Cougars fall tonight to Warren East by a final score of 60-32. I almost just looked up at the scoreboard out of habit to look and almost gave you the score of the game that's currently happening right now, Breckenridge County and Apollo. Kind of threw me off there for a little bit. Luckily, I bounced back. Final score was 60-32. If you're curious, Breckenridge County girls basketball is up 8-5 about halfway through the first quarter against Apollo. In fact, Apollo just had an and one here, and to hopefully tie the game up. Well, not hopefully. I don't really care who wins this, but to maybe tie the game up. Run down the scoring from this game first for the Raiders of Warren East. 22 points from Isaiah Andrews, 10 from Roger Duncan, 6 points each from Kajarius Barber and from Caden Merle. 3 points apiece for Dane Parsley, Connor Doyle, Austin Rigsby, and Brendan Bratcher. And then 2 each for Wyatt Gravel, Isaiah Summers, and that's most of the scoring that I see there for Warren East. For Grayson County, they were led by Caden Hanshaw. He had 12 points, 6 points for Jack Logston, 4 each from River Blankton, Camden Brothers, and Hayden Robinson, and 2 for Dylan Horn. Looking ahead for the rest of the week of action for this Grayson County team, as tomorrow, again, as a reminder, again, if you're watching on K105 Digital Productions, all of this will be on the screen, too. You'll be able to see it. We should have a little moving ticker that'll be able to tell you what's coming on. So tomorrow, looking ahead, Lady Cougars, 11 a.m. will face Metcalfe County. We'll be there for the coverage of that game from Edmonson County. The Cougar boys will face Caverna here at Ohio County at 6 o'clock tomorrow. No coverage of that game. Then we'll move you ahead to Thursday. The Lady Cougars will face Paris at 10 a.m. from Edmonson County. Again, that is a time change. It was at 11, now it is at 10, and the Cougar boys will play on Thursday against the Chattanooga School for the Arts of Science here at Ohio County at 1:30 p.m. Those are the games looking ahead for the remainder of the week. That'll wrap up our coverage here this afternoon from Ohio County High School. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for all of their hard work. So tonight, where Grayson County falls to Warren East by a final score of 60-32, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.